What's up, everybody? I'm Major Sync. We're here for another episode of Ship Talk. We're going to be talking about the Esperia Stinger. Sting like a bee. Pretty cool little ship. Nothing actually really little about it. It's actually a very big ship, a very tanky ship. So not to be unbiased, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not a big fan of the alien ships. They're usually just not for me. There's a couple people in our org that are really like about the alien ships. So we're actually we're going to go right into it. The two latest alien ships that we've actually gotten are actually been really pretty good. So I've actually kind of like them. So take that as you will. Kind of like, still don't really like alien ships. I feel like it wouldn't be right to actually not cover them. So this is going to be one of those that I want you guys to like give me some feedback in the comments, what you feel about them. Maybe something I missed. I think that'd be pretty cool. I want to see you guys' opinion on it. And we're going to go and check them out on the web. We're going to check them out on the expo hall. We'll actually put them in the hangar and like get a better look around and like actually get to like walk through them. And then we'll actually put them in like combat and whatnot and see how they do. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. A good chance to like check them out and maybe grow a little bit more into the whole alien thing. So let's dive right into it, guys. Let's go. All right, so I found my way on the web. We have the Stinger right here. It is a closely replicated Vanduul ship reworked for human flight. As Esperia's first heavy fighter, the Stinger prioritizes strong armor to sustain prolonged barrages while readying its attack. I know it's a very big, tanky ship. The cannon is actually the same alien ship, like cannon from the actual Vanduuls, which their lore behind is like it was so far integrated into the actual framework of the ship that they couldn't even replace it. So everything else is replaceable for like different components that you want to go with, but that cannon's got to stay there. Loaded with a mix of Vanduul and human weaponry for a customizable loadout. It has one size 5 weapon, would be that cannon, 4 size 4s, and then 2 size 2s. You got the 2x8 size 2 missiles. Length is 32, height of 10, and a 35 meter width. So it's actually wider than it is long. 207 meters per second. Overall, really cool ship though, guys. We have the hologram here, and I'm actually really like excited to get into this because there's a lot of cool things about this ship that you're, if you're really big into the alien ships, you're gonna really love this one. So I just hope that you actually like being the tank. So let's go see it on the expo hall, and then we'll actually go and fly it and whatnot. So let's go. All right, so I found the Esperia expo hall. We actually have the Talon here. We actually have the Cyan in the back. We have the Stinger that we're talking about today here, and then we have the Prowler utility over here across from it that we'll actually be talking about in a different episode. So be on the lookout for that one if it's not out already. And then we have the Stinger in all its glory. You see that menacing size 5 cannon, that actual Vanduul cannon. Looks very, very cool. I'm glad they actually was like able to keep that. So not a bad thing. You have all the size 4s on the bottom. You got the size 2s next to the hull. All looks really, really good. You can even like replace all these with like attritions or anything if you wanted to. So pretty cool. Very big ship, which I really like because we want that if you're going to be a tank, you want to have a big tanky ship. Lots of armor. The thing with this ship that we're going to see here in a second, there's not a lot of interior, all right? It's literally up and go right to the seat. When we're actually take this thing out and actually fly it, we'll see if we can get the do like an EVA around it, and so you have like a little bit better of a look over the top of it. And probably my favorite part about this ship is this ramp. You have this like spine like ramp with like the rib cage of it, like it kind of surrounds it, which is pretty cool. We close the door real quick just to check it out. The ramp kind of slides up. You got that red light that goes with it, and that rib cage just like closes in, which is really, really cool. Go ahead and hit that button again so we can watch it open up, which is even cooler. Honestly, makes the ship feel like it's alive. Very, very cool. Love how that ramp kind of sets in there. The light that goes right back up. And then there's literally nothing like interior wise. You literally just run up, and then you have your pilot seat. You have your fuses there. In terms of actual components, I don't think you can access the components on this ship. So You have your gun rack, and then you can close it. I'm probably doing a really bad thing here. Let's say a little prayer for the Matrix. Hopefully this ramp goes back down. We definitely don't want to go in the pilot seat. Don't ask me how I know. All right, good deal. Ramp's gonna open up. It's actually cool we get to see this. Very, very cool. Definitely makes it like probably my favorite alien ship to date anyways. And kind of a side note, we found this out on stream the other day, but this is actually the same ship the Vanduul escaped in the Squadron 42 prologue video. So if you go back and watch that, and you'll actually see that this is the very ship they used to escape. So very, very cool. It's excited to see it in the verse. And with everything Vanduul coming up with the new Nix update and whatnot, pretty exciting that we have to take these things on. So enough checking it out here. We're gonna go take it back to the hangar, and let's see how I do with some like combat and whatnot. So should be fun. Let's get into it, guys. Let's go. Alrighty, guys. So I've made it back to the hangar. I've got the Stinger pulled up. I've got the ramp down. One thing I wanted to state before we get started is I don't really like the landing gear on this thing. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It kind of like goes with the vibe of like this thing being alive, and it kind of has like this leg look to it, but it's almost too small for such a big ship. Now I don't mind the ones on the sides. I think that actually looks really, really good. I think these are just a little too small. I'm finding it hard to believe that those two little legs can hold up this massive size of a ship. Not to hate on the ship. I think it's important to like point some things out maybe that I don't care for. I can't always like everything. I think a lot of people I've seen say that didn't really make a lot of sense either on these legs. They almost look like very small sticks trying to hold this thing up, and I wish they'd made them just a little bit bigger. Still very cool though. I do like the fact that they actually look like a real leg in terms of like you got like this bone almost like through there. Kind of cool. So definitely alien-like. Just wish it was a little bit bigger. But without hating on the ship too much, let's actually get into the combat. We'll do the moderate risk as a warm-up, and I think this will actually do pretty well on the high risk bounty hunter targets. So let's get right into it, guys. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna go to atmosphere. We're gonna come up here. I don't have very many power to the pips towards engines, so it's not going to go very fast to actually get into atmosphere. When I say atmosphere, I mean just when it takes the jump, where we can quantum out of here. Once we get up here, though, we're going to look for that moderate risk. And I think right before we actually get there, we might EVA out to the exterior of the ship, and I want to check out one thing of the hull that you guys haven't seen just yet. Alright, so my jump actually took me to the place, but before they find us that we're here, we're going to go and do this EVA walk. Won't be very long out here. I just want to show you guys one thing that you may just not know about, which I find very, very interesting. Come on up here and look right into this very top of this. If you look closely, I hope it shows up really well. Let's go to actually the game scene. You can kind of see what looks like a heart in here, like the heart of the ship, which I find very, very interesting. Very, very cool. I've had some people say that they think they see it move, but I don't know if it actually moves or not. I think that's probably just the lighting, but all very, very cool. Kind of goes well with that whole the ships are alive kind of concept to it. So definitely an added touch. If you're a big alien ship fan, you're gonna really love the idea of that. So pretty cool. So let's go right back into the mission. All right, so remember, we're on that moderate risk. We should have no problem with this. As tanky as this ship can be, should be very, very good in this. Just remember, it's not very fast. It's not built to be fast. This is literally a tank. So we should hold up all right here. for what we should be facing anyways. All right, looks like we have a Gladius. 17 kilometers out. Don't see anything just yet. I want to be very careful not to hit an asteroid here, so we might actually go try to above the rocks here. I know this thing isn't very fast, so it shouldn't be an issue, but just in case, we don't want to have too much trouble here. As many rocks as there are, it's very easy to get caught up in one and actually slam into one. So still looking like just the Gladius. We do have a white chevron over to the left. I think we're gonna be okay from that one though. Go ahead and send a missile this guy's way and just see what it does. We're still like 9 kilometers out, so it might not hit. That one definitely locked on. Definitely hit. Definitely hit. It's got him in a spiral. Let's go ahead and send another one his way. He's hurt for certain. That was a wasted missile. Going up here. We have a Buccaneer here now. I'm actually gonna go for the target while he's hurt. We're not gonna focus on the Buccaneer until it's after. Just need to hit him a couple times. Get a couple hits in here. He is spinning like crazy. I feel bad for the dude. Alright, so that one, not an issue. Let's take over the Buccaneer now. It's after us. I don't ever swap out the components on these episodes just so you guys actually see the base version of the ship. This would definitely be another one of those I'd want to see with like upgraded components and see just how well it does. All right, easy, easy. So, just like I thought, definitely easy on the moderate. We might have a little bit of trouble on the high risk, but that's really just because we don't have a lot of speed. So, whenever we shoot, we want to make sure we make contact with the big ships. So yeah, we're going to go right into the high risk target. If I can find one, let's go Patrice Alvord. Accept that offer. Track it. Looks like it's actually going to be on planet, so I don't mind that so much. All right, so we're pulling up here. We're about 17 kilometers out. I'm gonna start scanning. We have definitely two different bogies here. We have a Vanguard. There's a Constellation on the ground. Looks like I'm just seeing the Vanguard. I know there was a second one. Target just showed up. Looks to be a Caterpillar, so won't be an easy feat, but it should be a good competition. We should have a lot more different bogies show up. I don't think that Connie's going to be a one that we have to worry about. Vanguard. We have, looks like a Gladiator. There's another one there. I think maybe 2 Gladiators. That kind of worries me. So, and an Arrow. Maybe just 1 Gladiator then. We definitely want to try and draw them out. Hate to try them all at the same time. You know, we got almost that shield all the way down, but he's getting us, hitting us pretty good. Starting to see a little bit of red in this hole. All it's gonna be enough though. A little too late. Shield failure. Let's actually try to bring him back. We're actually making this fight pretty good. Come on now, baby. Get those shots. Come on, we can still win this. We can still win this. Come on. 6 hours later. Come on now, let's go. They finally took us. You know what though? That was pretty good. If anything, that was my inexperience with the Stinger that cost us that one. So not so bad, guys, not so bad. All right, guys, so we may have not won the fight. It was a good fight. Got to give it to me. We should have won that fight though. For my inexperience with the Stinger, we should have been more into that fight. It actually should have been over like a long time ago. So good fight though. I think the Stinger, for how many hits it took, really impresses me. You literally, the definition of a tank. I don't think there's really much of anything like that's heavy fighter like that can take that many punches at one time. So very, very impressive. Really good ship though. these last couple of alien ships that we've gotten, I've really come to like. I'm not a really big fan of alien ships, so that takes a lot for me to say it. WCIG, seriously, very, very cool ship. If you like the alien ships and you like the Vanduul and the lore behind it and everything, you are going to love the Stinger. I really think you will. So all very, very cool. I want to say, guys, thank you for watching. But if you want to join the Discords and be part of our community Discord, join the fellowship. If you're looking to like stay in track of like giveaways and like raffles and like how to get more points and stuff, definitely join the Matrix Inc. Elites. Strongly recommend that. So hopefully we won't get too crazy into like what giveaways we're doing right now, because I don't want to confuse the ones that are watching this on the 24/7 VODs channel. But we're always doing some kind of giveaway, whether it's just an armor set or even actually ship giveaways. Those that watch on the 24/7 channel have a really, really good chance of winning. We also do separate giveaways on the main channel, the Matrix Inc. Twitch channel. So you definitely want to follow both. Try to watch when you can. I really set the 24/7 one up there for you guys to like build up points on your time. That way the viewers are actually the ones that are like the best chance of winning, which I really try to make that happen. So all very, very cool. If you're new to Star Citizen, use that referral code in the description. And then if you're looking to find an organization, strongly recommend joining Fellowship Space Industries. We're trying to build up an org as we can. Very small still, but we're all kind of a tight group that we just try to have fun in Star Citizen. We don't like get too crazy. We don't really lock ourselves into one little game loop. We try to do just a little bit of everything, whether it's PvE, PvP, salvaging, mining. We just try to have fun. So if you're looking for an organization like that, strongly recommend joining the fellowship. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out till next time.